I am going to show up today to get to where I want to be, but it's going to take me to look myself in the mirror and say, to no longer do I accept what I have because I am going after what I deserve. And if you can do that, if you can set that mission right, then what's going to stop you? All right, I'm Yarusi. This is the Live 100 podcast. Welcome back. This is the place to break your bad habits, build your future, and magnify that success. If you want to build momentum, no longer settle for less, this is the place you need to be. And today, we're going to talk about owning where you are. If you are looking yourself in the mirror today and you're saying that I am not where I want to be, well, are you taking full accountability for where you are? So many times in life, we want others to show up for us. We want others to keep their word. We want others to be in the position to do exactly what they say. However, we don't do what we say, right? When no one's looking, when we're in a closed room by ourselves, when we're off on our own, we are not holding ourselves accountable. And I've been there. I myself, for years, did not hold myself accountable. It was okay to not show up. It was okay to not put my best foot forward. It was okay to wait for tomorrow. It was okay to not be the person that I am today because at that moment, I was not truly taking and embracing my current state. And as you look at yourself and you say, today, I don't have what I want. Well, are you truly saying, well, okay, I don't have what I want because I'm not showing up. I'm not waking up on time. I'm not getting up early. I'm not putting in that extra work. I'm not allowing the magic to happen because I'm not doing the work that I need to do to get the results that I want. I'm not getting to the gym. I'm not eating healthy. I'm not being the husband for my wife that I need to be. I'm not being the father to my kids. I'm not being that person that needs to be here present with myself to hold myself accountable that's going to produce the future results. So if you think about yourself, you think about, how did I get here to this moment? Well, look at all the actions in your daily life. Look at how you're showing up. Look at how you're showing yourself that this is who I should be, right? What are you doing? Are you doing the steps to produce the results? Because if you are holding yourself accountable, if you are holding yourself to that higher standard, then be patient, be persistent with the actions because that work is going to pay off. But you're coming here today because you're looking for the solution to where you want to be. And that question is that, how do I get to where I want to be? First starts with us. We have to embrace our current state. We have to embrace it. Sure, we're not where we want. All right, fine. We're not where we want, but we're going to get there. But we have to have a starting point. We have to have a starting line. We have to say, okay, this is where I am, right? This is how much money is in my bank account. This is how I look in the mirror, right? This is how out of shape I am. This is how I'm showing up in my relationships. That's who I am, right? That's where I am today. But that's not where you have to stay. That's not it. That's not where you have to stay. That's not where you have to reside and live for the rest of your life. You have to say, this is where I am. I'm accountable to me to say that I'm not in the position of where I want to be, but I will get there. Because after you embrace your state, you have to shift your perspective. You have to shift your perspective to say, you know what? Fine. I'm not where I want, but I'm going to get there. I am going to show up today to get to where I want to be, but it's going to take me to look myself in the mirror and say, to no longer do I accept what I have because I am going after what I deserve. And if you can do that, if you can set that mission right, that you can shift your perspective to say, I deserve this and I'm going to get it, then what's going to stop you? Nothing's going to stop you. Nothing's going to stop you because you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to put in the time, you're willing to own your current state, embrace your future self, shift your perspective, and control what you can control. If you can do this each and every day, look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, yesterday was not my best self. Here is my starting point. Today is what I'm going to correct, and then go out there and do it. Where do you think you're going to be? You are going to be on the other side of greatness, looking back at your old self, not even recognizing that person. Because you're a man on a mission. You're here built with purpose. You're built here with passion. You're looking for bigger things. You're looking to be your greater self, and it starts with us. The more we hold accountable ourselves, the more we can look out to help others hold themselves accountable. What do you think this world would look like if we have a ton, thousands, millions, trillions of people that eventually will look at themselves and say, I take control and I take responsibility for my actions. If we create the world and manifest a world out there that everyone is showing up to be their best selves, what do you think this world will look like a decade, 20 years, 50 years down the road, not only for ourselves, but for kids and for their kids? We need to create a world that's going to help others thrive and be their best selves, but it starts with us embracing our current state. So I think back about so many times in my life and so many times on others is that when we truly take control of the moments and we control and say, this I can control and that I can't control. And what I can't control, well, fine, don't worry about it. You can't control the weather. You can't control sometimes how other people are going to show up. You can't control what people will say to you, but you can control your response. You can control between your ears, your thought, your mindset on what is coming into you. And then your reactions are dictated by what you can control. So think about your accountability. Accountability is everything. If you want to have the biggest results in your life and live your 100, then you have to have self-accountability. Remember last time we talked about elevated self-awareness, right? Just understanding of our own mindset, our own feelings, our own understanding of how we look. But now, how are we using that to produce actions? Positive actions. In repetition, create positive momentum, which builds force and energy and greatness. And if you can continue to take one step after the other, what do you think is going to happen? That's where 4, 3, 2, 1 came to me. That's when getting up at 4:32 a.m., it was a moment in time when I said 4:32 a.m. because it gave me something to be accountable to. I was accountable to that clock to say, okay, that's my time and I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up. So when that alarm went off, I get up out of bed, 4, 3, 2, 1. Simple things like that, simple mindset shifts that say, I shift my perspective. I no longer accept to be a lazy person that gets up late, that doesn't fulfill my destiny. It's on me. And if we can all look out at each other and we all can look out and say, I hold myself accountable. What do you think that message is going to do to carry on, not only for your family, for your kids, but for those around you, whether you're a leader in your business, whether you're someone who's building a team, whether you're an entrepreneur looking out there for greatness, what do you think you're going to bring to the table if you are the one always showing up? What do you think happens when they say, oh yeah, there's Jason, he shows up. He told me he's going to do this. I know he's going to do this. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to stepping up their game. They're going to level up too because you're providing the path forward of how things are done. But it starts with you. It starts with us. We can't go out there and expect anything else from anybody else. We are not ourselves showing up to the plate. So as you look forward at your next steps, what are you doing? Are you holding yourself accountable? Are you owning where you are and embracing your current state? And now, embracing it doesn't mean accepting it. It means this is where I am. This is exactly where I am. I don't have the money in my bank account that I want. I'm not driving the car I want. I'm not in the house I want. I'm not in a relationship I want. I'm not in the shape I want. Fine. That's where you are. That's not where you have to stay, but it is your starting line. Embrace your current state. Understand that this is where you are, but now shift your perspective to know where you're going. Okay, where are you going? Where is that path forward? And what's going to take you there? Now control what you can control. Get up, be accountable, do what that person that you will see in the future does today. That person that you see in the future, how do they show up in these moments? How are they reacting? How are they coming to the table each and every day? This is what you do to live your 100. You're self-aware about who you are, you control your actions and have destined discipline and accountability. And that's how we crush our greatness. That's how we become the people that we want to be in this life. Be great. Let's go out there, live 100. I'm Jason Yarusi. If you want to break your bad habits, build your future success, magnify results, this is your Live 100 message. If you want to learn more about working with me, sometimes we give you all the messages of how to go out there and take action with yourself to be your greatness, to live your 100. But if you want guidance, you want to talk a little bit more, you want to come work with us to learn the steps that we're doing to really have the accountability built in, go over to live100.com. live-100.com or jasonyarusi.com. You can go out there, fill in a form. We'd love to talk to you, learn more about where you are today, where you are in your journey, so we can help you fulfill the mission that you are meant to live. All right, go down there, give that a share button, give that a like and follow, give us a rating and review. We're grateful for everyone who comes here today, everyone who's building a greater life. Let's do this.